Hello and welcome everybody to another Mature TV video. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we are actually living in the golden era of fighting games. Why you say that? Because the two goats of fighting games, Street Fighter and Tekken, they have released new games in the last 8 months, with Tekken 8 being a week old by the time of recording this video. So I thought it's a good time for us to review and go back and talk about the best ways or the best steps or the top 6 steps of learning any new fighting game. As you guys know, I have actually started fighting games from scratch. I've learned Street Fighter 5 from scratch, and then I've learned Dragon Ball Fighters, I've learned Street Fighter 6, Guilty Gear Strive, and now Tekken 8 using these exact same methods. So I thought you guys would actually make use of them. So without further ado, let's go to step number 1. Step number 1, and one of the most steps in this entire list: go through the mechanics of the game. Do not think that you are a fighting game veteran. Do not think that you have, I've played Dark Souls, Bloodborne, whatever, a tough game, that this is gonna be a piece of cake. I don't need the tutorial. I don't need to go through whatever the game is trying to teach me in the beginning. Go through it, go through the tutorial, learn the mechanics, understand the mechanics, grasp them. In terms of Tekken 8, there is the heat system, okay? In terms of Street Fighter 6, there is the drive system, and so on. Each game will have new different mechanics, different systems. You have to go through that. You have to understand them, okay? Not just skim through the tutorial, skim through the explanation of the mechanics that the game has, but you have to go through each one of them and understand them and understand the use cases of each mechanic. All right, so after you have done that, pick a character. I would highly suggest that you pick one character, stick with one character in the beginning, okay, and learn that character. Try to improve your game plan through that character. Learn 3 combos. I would always tell people to learn 3 combos in the beginning of learning a new character or a fighting game in general, right? You have to learn a combo that you would do mid-screen in neutral, okay? You have to learn a combo that you would do for, let's say, maximum damage. It might not be the most optimal combo, but it's a good damaging combo, right? You might use that as a corner combo or something. And then thirdly, you have to use a combo that actually punishes people. If somebody throws a super and you block it, you can punish them with that combo. Or somebody, for example, in Street Fighter throws a reversal, like an EXTP or something like that, and you block it, you need to know how to punish it, right? So I would highly suggest that you learn 3 of these combos, just a combo for each different situation, and just keep on practicing them, and that would be your starting point. Number 2, you have to watch other people's replays. And I'm not talking about other people who are randoms, right? If you're watching replays, you better watch the top of the best of the best players. Go on YouTube, right? You don't have to actually go for you don't have to learn what Nee is doing or what Arstelan Ash is doing, what Big Bird is doing, what Angry Bird is doing. You don't have to go to that level. Just go on YouTube, right? There are a lot of great players out there that are at a high level, high rank. They're doing combos. They're playing the game correctly. They are they're doing what you're supposed to do, right? Watch the matches, understand what they're doing, not just watch it for amusement. Right? Yeah, of course it's fun, but understand what they are doing. Why are they not attacking in this certain situation? Why are they deciding to dash back? Why are they deciding to be defensive here? Why are they deciding to be offensive here? What are the combos that they're doing? Sometimes, what I do, I always record the combos that I see these people are doing. For example, right now I picked Jin in Tekken 8. I've never been a Tekken player. Never in my life did I play Tekken outside of being casual as a kid, right? So I have zero knowledge of Tekken. So I went online and I searched for Jin combos and stuff like that, and then this YouTuber, this great Jin player just popped up in my homepage, and I started watching his matches, and I started recording each single combo that he does in certain situations, like, you know, for neutral, for poking, you know, for corner combos in the wall, you know, for punishing, you know, for multiple stuff. The low combos, the combos that hit low, you know, the combos that hit mid, you know, the punishing combos. Each single thing I've just been recording each one of them, and then I go on practice mode and I practice each combo. So it's very, very important that you watch other great players replays. Okay, now we've got, in all of these games, you have, you know, a lot of replay systems, you know, a lot of, like, you know, extensive replay systems. You can go and watch, you know, other people replays. If you don't want to go through YouTube, you can definitely do that. You have the options with you, but I think YouTube is a great idea because it's on the go. It's on your mobile, it's on your PC, it's on your TV. You can watch them at home, you can watch them outside of home, you know, you can do that, or you can watch people's streams, you know, and learn from that. But I suggest YouTube because normally people, they post their best matches, and on like live streams you will see it's a long stream, right? You will see, you know, bad matches, you'll see good matches, you'll see a mix of that. But if you want to get to the point, go on YouTube, go on somebody's YouTube channel and watch their matches, because you bet they're gonna post their best matches, and those are the ones that you should be learning from. Step number 3, which I've actually like talked about it already, which is recording the combos. Yeah, so as I said, you know, this is something that I've done in every single game that I wanted to learn. Not only, you know, when I'm trying to learn a new game, even if I'm a Ryu player, right? Sometimes I watch other, you know, Ryu player, paladins or whatever, and I see that they're doing a specific combo, and I'd be like, oh, that's a nice one. So I just like, boom, just record it either by the camera or just like record it on my phone if I'm watching on my phone and stuff like that. So, and then when I go to training mode, I practice those specific combos until I get them right. Okay, and if I cannot get them right, if let's say I'm at a very beginner level and they're doing something that is, you know, frame perfect, something that is, you know, difficult to do, I would find an alternative to that combo. Okay, let's say the same starter, let's say the midway it will be the same way, but then, you know, I would find a comfortable conversion that I already know, that I've already learned, or something that is comfortable to me. Maybe they're playing on stick, maybe I'm playing on pad, so things are different. So I'll find an alternative that I enjoy or I find comfortable to do in a match consistently, and I would stick with that, right? But you need a starting point. Don't try to invent the wheel. Don't try to, like, you know, invent new combos. Try to, like, you know, stay in the lab and like discover new combos and all. You're a beginner. If you're watching this, you're a beginner. You're trying to, like, learn the game. You're not trying to invent something that nobody has ever found before. There are other great players who have been, you know, playing early betas and like the demo and whatnot, so they already know, or maybe they have played the previous versions of the game, the previous Tekkens, the previous Street Fighters, so they already know what the basic combos of these characters are. So just follow them for a while. After that, after you get the basics, after you get the wheel rolling, then after that, if you want to invent combos, or if you want to like figure out combos, or if you want to make a specific combo for you, by all means go ahead. But in the beginning, I highly suggest that you record other people combos, other people's sequences. Okay, it's not just combos, it is sequences. After they do this combo, do they continue the pressure, and what do they continue the pressure with, or do they go back and block? These stuff are very, very important, sequences, right? Because that will actually teach you when is it your turn and when is it not your turn, you know, indirectly, without you actually like going deep into frame data and whatnot, right? You can just like watch people, these great players, and see, you know, if they are continuing the pressure after doing a specific combo or they're not, right? So that will tell you if you're plus in that situation or if you're minus. So highly suggest this is a very important one. Step number 4, practice every single day. All right, so if it's not every single day, let's say that you're a busy man, let's say that you're a family man, you've got a lot of responsibilities, every other day. But do not take like long breaks between your practice sessions. especially when you're trying to learn a new game, when you're trying to grasp something, when you're trying to memorize combos and sequences and the nature of how to play this game, how to play the neutral, all that. You have to practice every single day, right? And I would highly suggest that you do not keep your practice sessions only in training mode. No, half of it should be in training mode, half of it should be in matches, because you can be amazing in training mode, you can be doing all the combos in training mode, but once you go to a match, you will find out that you have forgotten everything, right? You cannot do anything, you cannot implement whatever that you have just learned, whatever that you were just doing in training, you cannot do it in a match. So part of your training, part of your practice is sparring. You have to practice with other people, you have to fight other people, you have to be in the moment. If you are not in the moment, okay, it does not become a second nature for you, it does not become something that is natural for you, you will be thinking too much when you're trying to do it in a match, and you'll probably drop these combos, you'll probably hesitate, you'll probably not make the right decision when it matters the most, right? So you have to practice every single day. I would highly suggest, if you got the time, practice morning and night, right? Practice morning and night. Do not overdo it. Practice for an hour, for 2 in the morning, and then at night for an hour or 2, if you can. If you cannot, just once a day, that would be great. If not, then every other day. But do not take long breaks between your practice sessions, because you are gonna forget whatever that you've learned, and you don't want that. It's gonna feel like a waste of time. So you have to learn something, practice it, perfect it, and then move on to the next thing, right? So this way it's like a checklist. Every single day you check one box. Every single day you check one box. One day you check, how to punish, DPs. The next day you punish. You learn how to punish, whiffed crouching mini kicks, or whiffed, heavy punches or something like that, right? Then you learn how to punish low attacks. If you're learning Tekken, you can learn how to block high and then on reaction block low if it's a slow attack, and then what to punish it with. Stuff like this, right? You have to learn something new every single day. It's not just brainless practicing. It is a checklist that you have to go through, and you have to move forward. Learn one thing, practice it, perfect it, then move to the other thing. All right? Okay, so now step number 5. You have to watch your own replays. We've already talked about watching other people's replays, but now that you have an idea of what you're supposed to do, right? Now you can watch your own replays and see whether you're actually doing those stuff or not. Where are you not? You can even compare, you can even play both of them. One on one screen, one on the other screen, if you have multiple screens. One on a phone, one on a TV, compare it, right? Watch one after the other. And then you can compare what you're doing, if you are being too passive in your game plan, if you're being way too aggressive, right? If you are not punishing things correctly, if you are, missing punishes, if you are, all of these stuff. Watch your replays, compare it with the replays of the other great players that you have been watching, right? On top of this, right now, all of these new fighting games, they all have amazing replay features, specifically the new Tekken 8. Tekken 8 has an amazing replay feature. It is actually it's not one, it is the best replay feature. It's arguably the best feature in all fighting games history. I'm just telling you guys from now on. This game allows you to watch other people's replays, watch your replays, and on the go, it will tell you which move was actually punishable. So if the opponent does something and it's punishable, right, and you block it, and you could have punished but you did not, the game will actually tell you that you could have actually punished this right in that moment, and what is the best punish. It will tell you that in the screen, what is the best punish. On top of this, it will let you take control of either characters, either your character or the other person's character, okay, to practice punishing at that specific moment. This is incredible, guys. You guys, I cannot tell you how important, how amazing this feature is. I was actually on that day I was playing on stream. I think that was like my 3rd day playing Tekken or something like that, and I was playing against my friend on stream, and he picked Law. I was playing Jin, and he was playing Law, and the dude just kept on doing low attack. You know the kick that Law does, and then he does the backflip. He kept on doing that. I didn't know what to do, how to punish it. I knew it was punishable, but I did not know what to punish it with. Every time I tried to launch him after blocking a low, he would be too far, and my launch, with my hop kick would like whiff, and then he would punish me with the with the backflip. So I went on training on stream, and I learned how to punish it. What is the best option? Okay, which was just wake up from crouching, wake up with a 2, and then you get a consistent punish off of that, and then you can get a full combo and all that. But the other options are less consistent, depends on the situation, depends on the distance from where you are from the opponent. So things like this, you have it in your hand, you have it, it's part of the features that you have paid for in the game. Please use it. It's amazing. It is amazing. If you just go, like say you're playing versus Victor, or you're playing versus a character that is very offensive, that just keeps on doing stuff back to back, and you don't know when is it your turn. If you watch the replay just once, you will understand when is it your turn, what is punishable, what is not, how to punish it, and you can practice punishing those stuff in the replay itself, right? And let's say that your friend is a little bit on a higher level, and he just keeps on mixing things up. He doesn't do the same option every single time. You can play as your friend and make him do one option each time. Like one option, maybe will sometimes go for low, sometimes go for a grab, sometimes go for a side step. The possibilities are endless, right? You can just go for whatever that your opponent could do, and you can practice that on the spot. This is incredible, guys. Like you can basically learn the game this way. You can basically learn. You don't even need to go through other steps. You can just watch replay and just learn it that way. So I highly suggest that you do this. Watch the replays. It helps you understand what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right, and where you need to improve. Step number 6, and this is a very, very, very important one, arguably the most important one out of this full list. Competition. You have to compete with your friends. Either you're competing with your friends or you're competing with players online, but you need the competition. Don't have that mentality of like, I'm just going, I'm getting into this just for the fun of it, right? You can have fun, you can say that, but you need that spark, you need that competition, right? You need to compete because you need something, you need a drive, something that drives you to improve, something that drives you to learn, something that drives you to become a better player, right? If you don't have that, then how are you gonna become a better player? You're gonna be stuck in the same place, right? Playing versus people who are gonna beat you. And if you don't feel like you want to improve, if you don't feel like you want to win over those people, right, you're never going to improve. So you have to have that spark. You have to have that fire, that you have to compete with other people. And this competition, it goes through levels. I learned from scratch, right? I literally played with rookies, and I was competing with them from day one. I was competing with them. I did not know how to throw a fireball. And I competed with them until I was able to beat them consistently. And then I found another group of friends that are better than them, and I competed with them until I got better. And then the next, group of friends, and so on, right? Until you reach to that high level of pro players or whatever. You can compete with them, you can try to play with them, and you can, try to reach their level. So competition is very, very important. If you lose that drive, it will hurt your progress. If you are satisfied with yourself, you are not gonna improve. You're not gonna strive to be better. That's the hard truth. If you can be happy with what you're doing, you can be happy with where you are, but if you're satisfied, you're gonna stay where you are. You need to compete so then you can, become better, and learn from other people, learn from your mistakes, so then you can beat your friends and beat people online, whether you're doing it for maybe you don't have friends who are playing the same game, but you wanna reach a certain rank. Maybe let's say that you have a dream of like becoming a pro player, or maybe becoming one of the top highest rank, players of that specific character or something like that. You can do it. You can do it, but you need the competition. Find your own, drive. Find your own, motive, and follow that. That is extremely important. Extremely important. I cannot emphasize this more than this, right? So these are the 6 steps that I have used in each single fighting game that I've learned, and it's been working like magic. Like magic. I guarantee you 100%, if you follow these rules, you are gonna learn any fighting game that you want, and then you can take it forward. You can follow these same steps and take it forward, no matter where your level is, whether you are an intermediate or a beginner or an advanced player. Maybe skip number 1, learning the mechanics and all that if you are at a higher level. But the other stuff, they apply to everybody, literally everybody. If you are a master level and you don't have the fire in you to compete with your friends, or you don't have the fire with you to compete with everybody else, you don't have that motive, you're gonna stay at the same level. You're never gonna go to that next level, right? So it is what it is. I've tried it, other people have tried it, and it works. So that's it for now. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, sub to the channel if you haven't. We're trying to reach 10,000 subscribers, within the next, few months of 2024. And with that said, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.